So we have 4x squared plus 5x plus 3 equals 2x squared minus 3x. We're going to try our best to work this one out, see if we can come up with two solutions for that problem. We'll do it down here on this notebook paper. Go to a black marker. Alright, so we have 4x squared plus 5x plus 3 equals 2x squared minus 3x. I have to get this into the proper form. It must be ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. I need all of my x squares on the left. I have a 4x squared on the left already. This one. This one must go over with it. When it crosses the equal sign, it will change operations. I need all of my x's on the left. I already have 5x on the left. So this minus 3x must go over to the left and become plus 3x. And then we just have this one constant, which is plus 3, that stays on the left. Alright, 4x squared minus 2x squared is 2x squared. 5x plus 3x is 8x. And then we have plus 3. You have to use your quadratic formula. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all of that over 2a. But first you have to find the values of a, b, and c. What is a? 2. What is b? What is c? So we have to plug those into the formula. Do yourself a favor and put a set of parentheses wherever you see a variable in that formula. A goes in here and here. And then B is 8. It goes here and here. And you have a C, which goes here. From this point on, it's nothing but a matter of simplifying the formula. You have a negative 8 plus or minus the square root of 64 minus 4 times 2 times 3, which is 24. Everything over 4. So negative 8 plus or minus the square root of 40 over 4. Now, if we want to leave this the way it is now, I have no problem with that, but at some point you're going to have to learn how to break up things like square root of 40. You must know your perfect squares, except one. So it would be 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, and on out. Can you find a perfect square that divides evenly into 40? Will 4 go into it? 4 will not divide evenly into 40? Yeah, 4 will go into 40, but will 9 go into it? What about 16? 25? 36? Nope, so there's no higher number than 4. Therefore, it would be negative 8 plus or minus the square root of 4 times the square root of 10. That gets us back to 40. And then you simplify the square root of 4 to get 2. And then after that point, you would have to figure out if you can simplify it. Look at these three numbers. Can you divide 8, 2, and 4 by the same thing? The highest number that goes into 2, 8, and 4 is what? 2. So if I divide negative 8 by 2, I get negative 4. If I divide 2 by 2, I get just 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. This is what we have to work towards from this point on. The next one is c squared minus 14 equals 5c. So I'll zoom in on this notepad and rewrite that. So c squared minus 14 equals 5c. Remember, you have to get it into the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. I already have a c squared on the left, and I have my constant c on the left. These are where they're supposed to be at. This 5c is not where it's supposed to be at. You're going to have to move it over to the left side and change the sign. So we end up with c squared and then minus 5c minus 14 equals 0. We have to figure out what a, b, and c are. What is a? A is 1. What is b? A is not 5, or b is not 5. It's negative 5. C is what? Negative 14. Your formula is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. All of that over 2a. So rewrite the formula and put parentheses everywhere you see a variable. And insert a, b, and c where they belong. A is 1 and it goes here and here. B is negative 5, it goes here and here. C is negative 14 and it just goes there. So from here on out, you just have to simplify your formula. You have a double negative 5, which means positive 5, plus or minus the square root of 25, minus, and then one negative after that. That's a double negative, which means plus. 4 times 1 times 14 would be 56. And then everything over 2. (25 plus 56 is 81. 81 is a perfect square. Square root is 9. So you have 2 problems to do. You have 5 plus 9, divide by 2, and then you also have 5 minus 9, divide by 2. 14 over 2 is 7. 5 minus 9 is a negative 4. Divide by 2 and get a negative 2. X squared minus 2x plus 1. X squared minus 2x and then plus 1 equals 0. It's already in the proper form, and your A is 1, B is negative 2, and C is 1. So when we write the formula, it will be negative 2 plus or minus the square root of the quantity squared of negative 2 minus 4 times 1 times 1. All of this is going to be over 2 times 1. So we have a positive 2, comes from the double negative. Square the negative 2 to get 4, and then minus 4 is going to give us a 0 under the square root sign. And the square root of 0 is simply 0. So 2 plus or minus 0 over 2. No need to even have the 0 in there, it doesn't change anything. So you just have 2 over 2. if you left this plus or minus 0 in there and worked it twice and came out with the same number, you're still going to get 1. You only have to write it one time. It makes no sense to write 1 or 1. You can't write the same thing twice and then put an or between it, so that's not necessary. The answer is just 1. Alright, so we have 3b squared plus 4b plus 8 equals 0. It's already in the proper form, so we just have to put it into the formula. That would be negative b plus or minus the square root of 4 squared minus 4 times 3 times 8. And then that is over top of 2 times 3. So we come up with negative 4 plus or minus 16 minus, actually it should be minus, I said minus and wrote a plus, 12 times 8, that would be 96, and then over top of 6. 16 minus 96 is a negative 80. If you have a negative number under the square root sign, like we talked about from homework problem number 13 during the review, you can't do anything with it. It is not a real number. B squared minus 4ac is the discriminant. Discriminant. B squared minus 4ac. You're going to be using this that appears under the square root sign, not including the square root sign, just this item under it, to figure out if you have one solution, two solutions, or no solutions for your quadratic equation. If b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, then you have one solution. We did a problem like that previously, where you had a 0 under the square root sign, and it came out to be just 1. One answer. And if the answer was 1, you don't write 1 or 1. You just write 1 one time. If b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0, then you have two solutions for your problem. And if b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, then you have no solutions for your problem. That means it's a negative number under the square root sign. It is not real, it is imaginary. Look at this graph. This graph touches the x-axis at exactly one spot, right here at the 3. If it only touches the x-axis at one spot, then that means it has one solution. If the graph does not touch the x-axis at all, then this has no solutions. And if the graph touches the x-axis at two places, then it's going to have two solutions. The further on you go in algebra, maybe in algebra 2, you'll see some graphs that'll do stuff like that. If it crosses in 4 places, then it has 4 solutions to the problem, but that would not be a quadratic equation. So on this one, we want to figure out how many solutions this one has. If it has more than just 0, if it has no solutions at all, there's nothing to do. If it has one solution or two solutions, then we have to figure out what that is. Alright, the problem is p squared plus 7p plus 33 equals 8 minus 3p. We have to get it into standard form. ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. You have an 8 and a minus 3p on the right. It's got to go over to the left. So we should end up with a p squared that's already there, plus a 7p that's already there. This minus 3p goes to the left. We have a plus 33 that's already on the left, and then this plus 8 goes to the left and becomes minus 8. And after that, you'll have to combine like terms. P squared plus 10p plus 25 equals 0. So there it is in the standard form. But you have to use the discriminant, which is not the square root included in that. Let's see if I can take that out. No, I can't. So we'll just scribble it. The discriminant is just b squared minus 4ac, no square root sign. So if I do b squared, that's 10 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 1, and c is 25. I come out with 100 minus 100, which is 0. If the discriminant is 0, then how many solutions are there? 1. There's only one solution. So we could work this out from here and do a negative 10 plus or minus the square root of 10 squared minus 4 times 1 times 25 over 2 times 1. We've already done the discriminant in here. So really, there's no need to even do this part of it. We already know it's 0, so just do negative 10 plus or minus 0 over 2. And we know that since it's 0, it's just going to drop out. So negative 10 over 2 is all we're left with. The answer is negative 5. There's your one solution. How many solutions does this equation have? B squared would give me 4, and then minus 4 times 7 times 5. Well, you're going to end up with 28 times 5, but you're going to have 4 minus this entire number. So it's going to be a negative number. Therefore, you're going to have no solutions to that. On this one, if you combine them, put that y squared on that side, put this 4y over here and subtract, and then put that minus 3 over here, change the sign. If you did b squared, you would get 36 minus 4 times 1 times 3. You would end up with 36 minus 24. That's a positive number, so how many solutions? 2. How many solutions are on this? There's only one. It touches right here. One spot. How many solutions? 0 does not touch the x-axis. How many? 2 touches there and there. How many? 2.